right, I don't know if y'all can hear me. If you guys just got here, I'm gonna get a few things set up here, so get your codes and then we'll get started. This is probably gonna be a little bit shorter of a free VOD Friday, but I still need to set up a few things, get ready here, get some water because I'm gonna be talking a lot, and then we'll get right into it. So just get your VODs ready, and I will not keep you waiting for too long.
Real trap shit.
Hello, gamers. Wow, my hairline looks like it has receded because it is wet. My hair is. But hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Free VOD Friday. I actually need to take something off because I have some bad news for you guys. The Alienware contract has been terminated. Not just for me, but for everyone in the program. I think they're just reevaluating a lot of different things. There was no misconduct. We didn't do anything wrong. But, you know, all good things come to an end. And that's totally normal. So, you know what? I ain't even that mad about it. But that contract, dude, it was gonna come. It was gonna leave eventually. But you guys are the first to know. I haven't even told my family yet. But it's really not that big a deal. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Alienware, I still love their stuff. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I still love their stuff. Like, their monitor is really good. Their laptop, like, it's a very good entry product. Like, all the stuff I said, like, to be completely honest with you guys, like, I still like Alienware stuff where it's due. Like, the stuff they do well, they do very well. So, you know what? They make good stuff. Like, their monitors, it's good. So, I mean, here's my transparency. I wasn't, like, fooling you guys this whole time. I actually genuinely still use the Alienware monitor they give me, and I will be using their laptop in class of VOD review. In terms of swearing, overall, I try to not be a brand risk. So I'm going to try to still stop myself from swearing from here and there. But you know what? Whatever. Didn't I get a different partner program offer, dude? If I get one, sure, create. If I don't, that's fine, dude. I'm here to create educational content. And that's how it is. You know what? It ain't about the money right now. It would be about the money if I was trying to go full time. I'm not going to lie, which I might try to next year. But who knows? But hey, guys, Free VOD Friday. I know I'm a little late. To be honest, I was going to postpone this stream till Saturday. But, I was going to do this tomorrow, Saturday, because I was supposed to be at an amusement park all day, but then we finished early. And then I was going to also postpone it because I have a VOD that someone paid for, but we still haven't gotten to schedule it. So here we are. So this one might be a little short just because I don't know when my food's going to be ready to go because I need to eat at some point. But if it's later, great. If it's a short stream, that's cool. Before we get into Pollard from YouTube, Paz, would you ever bring back the How to Play X-Roll and Team Play series, or is that just not your main audience? So I want to at some point, but right now we got to focus on things that work because we are in an Overwatch content drought and we just need to survive right now. I would love to make videos I actually want to make consistently that are really niche and out there. But every single Overwatch creator is in survival mode because what is happening to this game, nobody knows. That's the whole thing. Winston volleyball content? Yeah, dude, I'm an educational guy. No one wants to learn how to play that game mode, even though it's gas. I'm not going to lie. I mean, hey guys, what have I been doing on it since I've been playing, I've been playing Winston Beach Volleyball, guys. Playing ranks? No, I've been playing beach volleyball. That just goes to show. But okay, we got our first VOD of the day. Honestly, it's been a while since I've done this, so hopefully I can help you out. So you know what, Florida man? You know what, Pollard? You know what your first mistake might be and why you feel like you might have struggled? Homie, you are playing Brigitte on Junkertown. Don't do that. Don't do this, guys. Play Zen. Learn how to play Zen for one map. Learn how to play BAP for one map. That's all I'm going to tell you. Second and third point, sure, go ahead, go Brig. Brig first point, you are going to struggle. You are putting the game in your DPS's hands. Oh, shocker. Yeah, no, you'd definitely be the first pick. If I were to feature someone. If I wouldn't do it myself. But at this point, I don't really play, so maybe it would be you. So, I don't know. Or Marble, or maybe both of you. I don't know. That idea, far in the future. I'm going to be honest with you guys. But here's the thing. Step one, if you can avoid playing Brig on long range map where you are going to struggle to close the distance, do that. If not, and you're a Brig one trick, let's see it. Oh no, trust me, Gabriel Gaming, I got some things cooking up with them. Why does Zen work here? All right, so let's draw it out for everybody. Look how far away this fight's going to be. That's why Zen works. I feel like I don't need to really explain it much deeper than that. Correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like this is pretty straightforward in terms of, hey, long-range sight lines, a lot of different angles that you don't have to really worry about fall off because you're playing Zen. That is why Zen is really strong here. If it was a really close-range map, Brig is at least playable. To be honest, Brig right now is just weird. You know? So I would just say Junkertown first point, try to avoid playing Brig unless you have a character like Genji or Tracer that you're going to be able to pack and aid them in taking a duel with a sniper. But even then, that's like highly coordinated stuff, and I still think a Zen Orb on those people would do better, to be honest. Like, I just feel like I would never think, oh, Junkertown, I can't wait to play some Brig. Like, I'm never thinking that. I mean, sometimes the fight does come close. Understaffed from Twitch. Sometimes the fight does come close, but I feel like enough of the time people aren't running that strat for it to really be that. But I don't know. If you're just an OTP, you know what, dude? To be honest, you can still win this game. You just have to make sure that you get past first point, because that's the hardest point to get past if you're playing Brig. So let's see how you overcome this challenge. Honestly, you're gonna have to just get in there and do it yourself. So yeah, like right here, it's like what realistically you're gonna be able to do on this character. You're gonna get spammed out consistently. Now, okay, the sim did give you a TP, but you already took so much damage. You're just chilling. It's yeah. Like this whole map, you're gonna be doing a whole lot of nothing on my on Brig. So here's my thing, right? Here's my problem with one-tricking Brig. Like, realistically, what are you gonna do in this situation no matter the map? Like, all you got is, okay, I can maybe pack my Doom when he takes an engagement. Like, that's about all you got. And, like, okay, maybe I can try to take 1v1s with, like, the supports and try to just do as much damage as possible. Like, that, realistically, that's what you got. You're not really going to get to carry this game. It's very difficult. I mean, I haven't seen the awkward unranked to GM because apparently that dude just hits GM after 5 games of Brig. But my thing here is like the whole thing about Brig is that you want to, there's two things. You want to make sure you pack people whenever they're taking 1v1s. The second thing is you want to make sure your Inspire time is as high as possible. And that you are giving people the healing as much as you possibly can that's actually reasonably going to help them. But to be honest, in this comp, you can't really just walk on them because they have a Ramatra and a Bastion while you have a Doomfist. So, like, all you're going to do this game is you're not really going to get up in their face. You're just going to kind of exist and pack people. To the point where it's like, I'm wondering if the way you get better at Brig is that you just know when you're not really going to get things done. Yeah, okay, so Stobs from Twitch. I feel like Inspire isn't as useful as denying dives as Brig. Inspire is very useful, you just don't see it. So step 1, Inspire is super strong. You just don't understand how strong it is because it gets more negligible the lower you go. I will say that. But at very high elo, it is very noticeable and it's annoying. Step 1, like, if you got to do both, though. The whole thing of her denying dive, yeah, that's pretty true. Like, okay, I can whip shot the monkey when he jumps on my backline. The other thing is, I can actually 1v1 this Winston with the help of my other support, which will also keep my support alive because my Inspire is going to keep them alive. So the Inspire is really the main reason why she's so good at countering a dive, because she can heal while she is already doing damage. She can pack while it's very, like, not mechanical things you have to focus on, but she can do a lot at once. It's very chaotic, but she can get a lot done on a lot of different places. The thing is like, what are they on? They're on Bash and Ram. You are going to die if you try to get close and get your Inspire up. There's also really nothing that you're going to have to force off your team other than a Genji, but you have a Moira. So my thing is, if you are going to hard one-trick Brigitte in these moments, quite frankly, you're going to have to look to just force out people that might be out of position. Try to play aggressive on, like, flanks. But that's not conventional whatsoever. I think you'd just be much better off looking at this comp, realizing I can't get Inspire. There's no dive for me to deny. I might as well just switch here. Like, I feel like that is something that I don't know. And also, Pollard, I understand that you want me to keep going, but also understand we're answering questions on Twitch. By the way, we're streaming on both YouTube and Twitch. Sorry, I still haven't made an asset for that. Because, like, the other thing is, like, your team realistically just needs to take angles so that you can actually pack them, but they're not doing that. So, like, if they're not doing that, it's also very hard for you to get value. Yeah, no, I understand. I just wanted to make sure you're aware. So, yeah, like, sure, you're just sitting around doing nothing. I don't know. It's like if you're going to carry consistently and try to develop a ranked play style, this isn't really how you do it. Only use Brig as defense? Not true. Not true. Depends on the comp. Brig is a very deep character that you really shouldn't adopt one mindset around it. And here's the thing, like, I feel like you don't realize how powerful Inspire is in terms of healing people, that you're wasting a lot of packs too. But I can't 100% fault you. Like, okay, like stuff like this, that's how you're going to carry a game on Brig. Like, I don't know what elo you said. You said you're like plat diamond. I'm some diamond Brig console gameplay. I'm gonna be honest, that dude looked bronze. If he's gonna play like that, you just need to like flank the whole game, because your team doesn't need sustain. You like, to be completely fair with you. That right there, it's like in a ranked play style. If you're gonna force Brig in a situation where she is not good, you just need to go for it. Realistically, your Moira should have been fine. She should have had Fade. I don't know what she's doing. But I agree with the playstyle that you have where you're just being more aggressive. I don't like how you're... Okay. Where did that come from? You can just do that? Like, all right, yeah, do that more. Like, dude, where did that come from? How do you just know how to do that out of nowhere? You Brig play. I mean, this was invented by Moth. But I'm just like, holy moly, like, why'd you just do that? Honestly, dude. Honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. Like, you... That was a Moth jump. That's not an awkward jump, guys. But I guess he popularized it. I feel like the problem that you have is that you're in your rank, you're trying to play Brig like scared, but the problem is you're like you could have killed that Baptiste just fine. You just need to like go in and like walk in and kill him, you know? Like, I don't know how to explain it other than you need to like stop being scared and get the job done on Brig. And a lot of people don't really understand that Brig is supposed to be aggressive in ranked, and even in like ball comp, she's supposed to be like walking forward and pressuring people, because then they're not looking at your team, they're looking at you. You have a shield. You have to pick the duels that are good and take them. Once you kill that Baptiste, you can bash out once the Bastion's in Sentry. You just overall seem very scared. And I don't like looking at this point specifically, because like, what are you going to do on Brig? So I want to maybe highlight a point where it would actually be better for you to be more aggressive. What's up, Bad? How you doing? Like, for me, it's like, why are you scared of this diva? You have your whole team surrounding you. You have a shield. You have Inspire. Albeit you used your whip shot very early. But it's like, why are we scared? No, dude, dude, you genuinely look scared on Brig. Like, you do not look aggressive at all. And maybe I could play a game of Brig and show you how aggressive, like, I tend to be on the character. Okay, that was just a waste at all. You already won the fight once you got the diva out of mech. I'm gonna be honest. And we don't need to spawn camp them. Have I made a Brig guide? I feel like I have. It's just been so long since I've talked about that character. Wait. I have made multiple Brig guides, but she's just so forgettable in my head. I don't know why. It's like, dude, like, if he's not looking at you, keep swinging him. Don't walk backwards. The dude's half. Get in there and kill him. Like, you have whip shot too. You know? Here's the thing, right? And I feel like you have this misconception where there's a lot of Brig content out there that is quite frankly terrible. People that are like, hey guys, be really passive on Brig and peel, because that's how you win. No, that's not how you do Brig actually in the slightest. I'm going to be completely honest. Unless you're playing Brig in a situation where she's bad. So here's the thing. In order for me to teach you really like how Brig is supposed to work, you have to realize that Brig is like, especially in a dive comp, like a divier core, you have to play to push an angle aggressively and allow someone else on your team to take that angle. So for example, in the Ball, Zen, Brig, Tracer, Sombra comp, the whole idea of Brig is I'm going to really just give my Zen all of this space. I'm going to walk forward and take duels with him with the Discord and the Harmony Orb and my Inspire. And I'm going to take space aggressively because it, unironically, my team is safer the harder I walk in. The more damage I do, the safer my team will be. The more support I'm actually giving them. But if you do what you did constantly and you're like, oh, I'm about to win this duel. I need one more swing. I can push a little harder for it. Maybe I can do a whip shot combo. You then back off, you let the soldier live, and then the dude just completely destroys you. So the whole idea of Brig is not to be scared. And the way that you peel for your support is actually by being more aggressive. But like the other thing is, I want to make sure I'm not giving you bad advice either, because this is not always the case. Like if they did have a dive versus dive and you just didn't get the angle fast enough, that's fine. Then maybe you're going to have to play a little slower because of it. But the main thing here that I see that you're not doing is you're like, you know that you can go up here. You can maybe like go this way and look for a pick on the support down here. Why aren't we doing it every time with someone else? Well, people don't always listen to you. That's fine. But even if you don't have someone else, I would still encourage you to go for it. The thing is if you're not going to press the aggression forward and take the angles and like try to pressure people and just try to like use your shields, this and that, you're gonna have a very hard time. It's so hard to teach Brig because here's the thing. Where should your packs be allocated towards? To DPS that are flanking. You overpack a lot. You whip shot when people are about to die when they're near your team. There's other mechanical things that you could work on, but while those things are important, and I was going to tell you about all those things, but the reason I didn't is because I feel like fundamentally the understanding of the character is currently not solid, like 100%, which is fine. I mean, you're a diamond player. You're not supposed to be like big brain. I know everything about this game, you know? I feel like if you understand, if you begin to understand how being more aggressive allows you to get more Inspire, allows you to push more angles because there's not as much distance to close and it's easier to be aggressive, that's going to help you in the long term a lot more than me telling you, oh, you overpacked. Oh, like, dude, why don't you look for Inspire? But that's the thing. Like, Brig, she does not do well long range. She does better when she can close the distance and take aggressive duels on angles and like have support while she's doing that, because you're essentially playing a mini tank that does healing. Is essentially what you're doing. You're trying to set up your team to like, you're trying to open up picks for them. And if you sit around like a tank that's really scared and do nothing, like what are you going to do? You're going to lose. If you've watched my BAP on Ranked to GM, the Zarya on Paraíso that would just sit around and do nothing, that's you right now. And we saw how hard it is to really get things done when there's no space. There's no forward momentum. It is your job as Brig to even to push the forward momentum somewhere else in the fight that'll get something done, because typically she's played in dive to surround the enemy. It's your job to open up more smaller, tighter spaces more effectively to allow maybe your soldier to get more aggressive, maybe your flankers, maybe your Zen. So I'm going to leave it off with that because I don't want to give you any bad advice. Brig is a weird character on that map. I would personally avoid it. But we can move on to the next code. Again, just put them in chat. No fancy way to submit it. Yeah. But Mantis, go ahead. I hope that helps, Pollard. Honestly, it's so hard to really get finite responses for that game. All right, we got Stobs with the funny OnlyFans message I read right when I got home from the amusement park this afternoon. Dude, can we talk about that guy? That guy the other day in Discord? He said some of the most heinous things I've ever read. I couldn't even read it out loud to the people around me. Yeah, the Hanzo guy. That guy, wow. I didn't even know that was possible. Okay, but we got another. Genius writing. I'm not saying that, dude. I'm not saying that on a live stream. Dude, I can't even say it to myself. Oh. That dude was crazy. All right, so I'm pretty sure Stobs is a higher ranked Brig, so maybe this can help you, Pollard, to like tell you, so I can tell you what I kind of mean. So here's the thing. Coliseo, another one of those Brig maps where I'm kind of like, eh. First fight usually goes super, super long. You don't really have any flankers. And we're choosing to go the very long route that's going to be very hard to close distance. I'd much rather see you try to take this angle over here with someone else. Instead of just sitting around doing nothing here, packing someone that just took 10 damage. When you could have just, you know, walked over this way, started the fight, then packed, and when you actually needed it, like, there's some efficiency problems here. But it's like, realistically, what are you going to do here? You're going to get carried, realistically. That's why I hate forcing Brig when she's, like, not good. So it's like right here, it's like, realistically, what are we doing? Realistically, we should be setting up another angle. If we are going to force Brig on a map in a composition where literally any other support would probably get infinitely more value right now, like even a Life Weaver, you know, or even like a Mercy if you're going to play like this. Mercy would actually go hard in this composition. Like, why are we like sitting around doing nothing? Like, we can't wait for an engagement because I'm going to be honest with you, your team's going to be dead by the time that happens. Because we're playing ranked, boys. We're playing with people that have toes for hands. Like, it's like right here, like your team's just dying because you're not getting any Inspire. I'd be really interested to see the numbers right now. But see, now we're finally getting aggressive. But the thing is, we're taking this front on, and we're going to just get beams down by the Sin. We arguably could have played that better. But, okay. Let's see a matchup where maybe the Brig will actually be okay because it's easier to close the distance. Because Coliseo first point, I would never bring Brig to that, I'm going to be honest. Unless it was, like, hard meta. I don't know, it's like that whole aggression could have happened like 5 seconds ago. Like, whenever the soldier is looking for a visor here, why are we looking to pack him? You know, like, it's like, what's the point here? Dude's got bubbles, dude's got Nana on him. What is the difference there? And also just wasting our whip shot a little bit early because you can boop them into the visor if you looked, but that's higher level. The whole idea here is like, why did we do this first and then do this instead of just starting with this? Is like, because if you pressure, because realistically, what are they going to do? Okay, visor is on this pink circle. They're going to try to go around this wall. It is your job as Brig to give them an ultimatum. You either kill me and you really invest to kill me right now, or you go right back out into that visor. Like, you have to make a play right now. And and here's what happens. If you start getting pressured out too much, you bash out. Diana heals you. If she doesn't, whatever, at least you forced out possibly a pick here instead of, oh, my visor got no value. Realistically, though, you're playing in a rank, or they don't really think about it like that. But when you start climbing, that's a problem. Also, your team is just kind of mechanically better than theirs right now. Stop packing your tanks. Like, it is a Zarya that is half health, or more than half health, with her shields regenning, with a bubble, with an Ana. Stop doing that. You can ask general questions. Go ahead. This isn't really a roast session. I might sound a little aggressive right now. I'm just a little tired. I'm not gonna lie. All right, so we have Rally. I'm okay with that pack because she was actually crit. Even then, it was probably not needed, but that's like asking a little much of a Masters Brig player. Push forward with this aggression. Don't whip shot her away right now because you want to close the distance and like win this 1v1. That's another thing I'm seeing a lot of. But all right, so the Ryan's with you. They just use Curial. They just use Soldier Ult. I'm playing to get out of here right now. Like maybe boop the sim that's like beaming you down now instead of letting her beam you. Whereas before when she was level 1, very low, ready to get killed with just a bash slash bam combo. Sorry, that's all I could think of. Like whip her off the map. Dude was not getting whipped off the map from where he was in the angle you had, but that's an okay idea, I guess. The problem here is like whip shot could be used in a little bit more of high level ways. But is that something you should focus on? I don't know. That's why I kind of need to look on more here. That was 2 fights ago. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying previously, even when you would whip shot her, try to get her off the map, the angle he had, he was not getting that. Like, here's the thing. Whip shotting a tank early on the fight, that's fine. That is totally fine. In a situation where you're just trying to get your Inspire so that your team can go in with some heals already on the deck. Like, that is fine. But there's other situations where you got to think a little harder about, oh, I'm just whipping this person away from my team, giving them an opportunity to live, you know? Any advice to make masters, dude? I get good, I guess. Like, there's situations that you might be struggling with that I would have to see a VOD. So you know what? Any advice? Put a VOD in chat and I'll help you out, brother. Well, welcome back, C squared. All right, so let's use this rally here. Okay. My thing here is like, all right, cool. Soldier is visoring on the flank. How are we going to support a soldier on the flank as a Brig? I want you to ask yourself, right? Am I playing my character in a way that I'm getting the absolute best value out of them? And it is best that I'm playing them in the certain way, the specific way I'm playing that I wouldn't get a better value playing someone different. So, okay, cool. My soldier does this. He's already max health, so we already wasted a pack. Because there's no one that's actually going to deal damage with him here that we can see. And we hear the Reaper this way. So, this guy's going for a flank visor. We wasted a pack already. Right now, I'm thinking to myself as a coach, or as a Brig player myself, when I play Brig, bash in, get in front of this soldier, and block damage for him. That is what I'm thinking right now. We opt to play all the way back here. Dude gets slept. So we could have blocked that sleep too, because we're a tank as Brig. Still haven't bashed in. The shield, you know what I'm saying? Okay, cool. They woke him up. I booped the Reaper closer to my soldier. Honestly, I think this was fine just because he probably already had the shot on the soldier anyways. Now we invest the bash. This should have gone horribly. But, like, do we see what I'm trying to say here? A lot of the people here right now are playing Brig like they should be playing a Mercy. If you're gonna pack bot the whole game, you're not gonna get aggressive. You're not gonna consistently swing in front of people's face. You know what I mean? Why aren't we just playing Mercy? Because this whole time, the soldier would have benefited much more from just having a damage boost. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. This isn't me roasting or trying to roast you. It's just trying to get into your head, like, hey, realize that if you're not gonna play Brig the right way, Brig is just not that great right now. Much different. It's like, hey, I can just shield all of this sleep, this damage, which is arguably better than Mercy, by the way. Like, I would actually rather have a Brig shielding all of the stuff that I just saw right there. Like, Brig probably shines more there because I could stop the sleep. But we're not playing Brig the way that she optimally needs to be played. And it's not really like a mechanics issue. It's a thought process issue because how hard is it to hold my shield up and press left click so I can go in? So play like Ryan Cinematic. Here's the thing. It's relative. It is a relative scale. So I know I'm going really hard on this Brig stuff today, y'all. And I know that that's boring for some of y'all. But some of y'all just need to hear this. Also, hello, B-Dog. Thank you for checking in. Thank you for lurking. Here's the problem, right? Since I'm not sponsored anymore, I'm just going to say how it is. Memory has taught me. Memory is he's a flex support player. He plays for Penn State. I play for Penn State. Yeah, you guys probably already know that. He is someone that taught us how to play Zen Brig, because in Chinese Contenders, which is where he played, they almost exclusively play Zen Brig. And the number one thing he will always tell you, in quotes, don't be pussy. I haven't been able to say this because they only were a sponsor, but you guys need to understand, you guys are all playing like pussies. You need to get in and get stuff done. As Zen, do you see me in the back all the time? No, when I was doing my Zen on Ranked GM, I was not playing like a little bitch. I was walking in and getting stuff done. It is the same thing with Brig. You need to understand when it's time to go in, though. You don't want to be a pussy, but you also don't want to be reckless, is the whole thing I'm trying to say here. Right now, all of the Brig I've seen today, you guys are playing like this slow. You're playing super, oh no, I'm going to die really fast. Don't be pussy when the situation goes for it, right? When it is time and someone's taking a flank, your Zen wants to get aggressive. Oh, cool, this Reaper is reloading. Oh, cool, I forced out the Wraith. Don't be pussy. Get in and get the job done. Like, understand, okay, now's my time. Like, just get in and go ooga booga aggressive. Where you guys should be, if this is where you guys are right now, you should be where this yellow line is. Aggressive, taking space, being a presence. Actually giving the enemy an ultimatum of like, oh wow, this Brig is going to start looking at me. I need to get, like, do I kill the Brig? Do I walk past the Brig? But then the Brig's just going to probably do like 100 damage to me and heal the soldier because of Inspire. Oh crap, that's not good either. Like, you give them the ultimatum, not play back here. They don't even realize that you're helping the soldier, and that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing. By playing, and here's the thing, sometimes there's some stupid aggression, which is this black line. That's if let's look back at the Pollard VOD, where it's like Bastion and Baptiste on that high ground. If he were to kill that Baptiste like he should have, and then continue to try to kill the Bastion when the Bastion is sentry turreting on your face, like, that is just you being completely stupid. But you guys know better than that. Like, you guys are Diamond and Masters players. I have a very hard time that you're going to look at a situation and be that reckless. Like, it is a lot harder to be that reckless than it is to be here. Like, you will what you most likely think is, oh, I'm being too aggressive, is this black line where you realistically should be. Also, Mantis, yeah, I still need to get graphics. The whole idea is, if you sit back and do nothing on Brig, play Mercy, my guy. You are playing Mercy. You're just pack botting. And sometimes that's the play given the map. But at that point, why don't you just play Mercy? You know? Yes, past, like you don't want to int. But there's the inting is like, oh, I'm gonna 1v1 a Reinhardt with full health. I'm down 100 health. I don't have my Zen with me. Like, it's very obvious, like, you're gonna die. But you have to realize, a Zen Brig, full health, against just a solo Rein, who is going to win that matchup every single time? You guys think the Rein's gonna beat you because, oh my god, Rein has big hammer. That guy's gonna fall over. That's a Discord. That is a Discord. An inspired Brig that has whip shot that can move away from the Rein whenever she pleases. Like, you are not winning that as Reinhardt. You guys don't understand how oppressive Brig is when she pushes forward with the aggression. And the thing is, the reason why that is because no one tells you this and no one plays like this in Masters or GM. The other thing is people don't realize this, how Brig is supposed to be played. And yes, her ultimate is great too, but we're talking about how you should just play no matter what. The ultimate, obviously everyone's going to be like, oh, I have a big shield that stuns, that I have like insane health. Obviously you're going to walk in there. I feel like if you don't walk in there, what are you doing, man? Like, you guys are smart. I feel like most of the people in Overwatch are smart. There's just these small things that you guys have never been told. And then the moment you get told, you go up like 2 ranks. And it's like, well, thanks, dude. I'm like, it wasn't me. I just told you the information you needed to know. The problem, okay, and I'm sorry that I went on this rant, but we had 2 Brig players, and I need to tell you, like, the number one thing is, like, you got someone that's going to finally start taking an angle that's an off angle. That is your time to support them on Brig. The whole point of Brig and the way that she will be played forever is not in Brawl. It is not in Brawl. She will always be played in dive compositions where you can surround the enemy. The reason being, she has a very good time establishing an off angle with a support, with a DPS. It is almost 100% going to be maintained if a Brig is there. It's the same reason why, like, you saw, like, the weird double shield metas with, like, an Orisa Sig and, like, Bap Brig. And it's like, well, why is Brig there? Because Brig is going to enable that Sigma to take that off angle no matter what they send on you. Because sometimes people would send a Genji on the Zen and the Zen would die. Well, what are you going to do when there's a Brig there? The Sig's just going to have that off angle no matter what. You got Rock, you have Bash, you have Whip Shot, you have an insane Inspire uptime. She establishes off angles. She is not a Brawl support. She never will be because she struggles when she's getting run down by 5 people. What is she going to do? Lucio can speed away. Brig, yeah, sure, she can hit with a mace, but it's like, what is she going to do? She's going to get run over. The Inspire isn't enough there. But when it's a 1v1 or a 1v2 on an off angle where you can't allocate your whole team to that angle, or else you're going to have another whole, like, 4 people looking at you, that's where she shines because her Inspire is going to carry through, along with her armor, along with her Whip Shot. And it's just so much better. And she's very deceptive the way that her kit looks. Like, look at this. Wow, you're flanking on Brig. You're going to get value here because what are they going to do with a shield in their face, a Whip Shot, an Inspire? There's no better duelist in close range. Problem is sometimes it's hard to get close range. Like, bam. Wow, we finally pushed aggression, and look at that. You got 2 picks. Good job, man. You didn't even need to have great mechanics. I'm genuinely interested in watching this awkward unranked to GM Brig because I want to see how he used this mindset because he absolutely did if he did it in 3 hours. Like, he absolutely was just running it down and getting stuff done. I'm not going to say no mechanics at all. Much easier, though, than other characters. I shouldn't say no mechanics. The Whip Shot was actually kind of clean. I ain't going to lie. But what I'm saying is the mechanics are attainable. You don't got to be Shroud to hit these shots. It's like, here's a lot of doing nothing. Okay, the Rhine's in. All right. Why are we not rallying this? Can we rally this? Okay, so, like, honestly, a little late for my liking, but it worked out. But it's like the way you're playing this Brig right now, it's like, why don't you do this all the time? Like, why don't you just play more aggressive always? But maybe not like front to back like against the Reinhardt, but on off angles. Okay, like I'm actually really down with that bash out. Honestly, your Zarya should probably get out too. You guys are not winning this fight. Like, you should honestly just let her die. And that's not even like a stretch. Okay, mechanics could have been a little more solid there, but whatever, it happens. I don't know why you're packing that. Okay, like, your dueling mechanics could definitely get a lot better, but I'm gonna be honest, the reason why you're struggling in these duels is because you don't do this like ever. Like, you just look like a very scared Brig player for most of the time. So it's like you never had practice doing this. Like, that right there is like, if I'm getting beamed by an Ana, I'm not really gonna be able to take that 1v1. Well, we're nearing the end of this. Okay, cool. Yes, match the Tracer. Like, here, that's fine. Like, now there's something that you can realistically match. You're going to pressure the Tracer from taking an off angle on you. Okay, great. That's fine. That was scary. Wait, Overwatch League's live? I didn't even realize. I thought that stuff was done. That's dangerous. Hey, realistically now, what am I going to do? I'm going to play aggressive to get my rally. Alright, so I have rally. The fight is still going on. We are stacked. Why are we not rallying this? It worked out that your team didn't get rolled, but I honestly would have rallied this to help your Zarya push the aggression and like win this fight now. It's so important that you win this fight to get checkpoint. I don't know why we're not investing earlier. I mean, it worked out for you, but it really shouldn't have the higher you go. Like, they should have lasered that Zarya immediately. It's like, dude, if we were just more aggressive on an angle, or even just with our team, and we just were proccing Inspire instead of like sitting and like just being indecisive this whole time, just looking for packs, it's like we wouldn't have had to rally this. We would have just been able to have our Inspire to heal this entire team. Is my problem. So if it were me, I'm gonna watch the rest of this fight actually. Cool, yep, we got a pick off that. It's like, look at this. That's Zarya's max charge. Your team's antied. But like, what is she gonna do when she's got a Brig in her face? Nothing. That's why she takes the, she just like, all right, I'm gonna walk away. It's just not worth it. She made a very high level play there. So here's the thing. What I'm gonna tell you, the number one thing that you need to worry about is just overall looking for more ways to pressure angles. Whether it be you taking an aggressive angle with an off angle or you denying them from taking an aggressive off angle, making sure you are present wherever that angle is being taken and being aggressive off of it. Not inting, but being a lot more aggressive. Number two, now once we fix that whole aggression thing, the packs are just going to be more useful because you're not just going to be like, oh, he's walking in first. Pack, 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 pack. Because you're going to walk in first. When they actually take damage that you'll see if it flies past you, then you can pack. Or if you're taking one angle and your Tracer's going to go take another, you can pack her before you take your duel so that you know she's fine. The problem is when you're sitting back here, your packs are going to get zero value. You're going to feel like you don't have any packs because you're also not getting any Inspire. You're going to have to just whip shot from Narnia every single fight. So it's just going to feel terrible. Overall, you shift this mindset on Brig where you're just going to be a lot more aggressive and pressuring these angles. Your life's just going to be easier. Like, you're just going to have a better time. It's simply put, you are just going to do more if you shift your play style. That's enough of Brig for the day. Unless, okay, wait, who do we have next? We have Mantis and then we have C squared. Do we want Bap or Ana? Honestly, I want to look at Bap. Oh, I do need to switch my instant link. That's because I just use socials and chat. I do need to probably fix that though. I don't even use Instagram that much though, so is it really that big? I don't know. You're better on BAP? Well, let's really see how good you are on BAP. But yeah, the whole thing is Narnia is far away. I don't know. Everyone just says it. I've been saying it for years. I'll let you guess the rank. Probably like GM. I don't know. I feel like Mantis is a common name.
It's like my normal business. The best solution to every problem is
Mantis, did you watch the unranked GM? Because I'm gonna be very mad. Guy, what are you healing right now? What are you healing right now? Get some damage in. That was not needed, but it's fine. We'll see if it becomes a problem. Way too far away to do anything meaningful here. Like you are running into damage fall off. Your damage is almost negligible. Not almost negligible. It is negligible. It's almost negligent. Like the problem with this fight, it was doomed from the start. It was doomed from the start. Like, here's the thing. I'm chilling if you're right here, right? Like, whatever. All right, if you want to start here. But the moment you know what they're not on like a Widow or anything that's going to stop you and like one-shot you. You take the angle right here. If you don't like that angle right there and it seems too aggressive for you and you're not ready for that, take an angle here early on in the fight and start doing damage. Start pressuring them. Start making sure they don't just walk in and for free. Because I'm telling you straight up, what is your team doing? I don't know. Your Torb's got 47% all charge. Heck, their Torb's got 33. What is going on there? I don't know. The problem is that you were passive from the start. You were scared from the start. And then they got all this space. And then you used your immortality early here because we weren't playing aggressive enough. They did a lot more damage to us than we did to them. I also didn't have an angle to heal them because I took this angle way too late. Forced out that immortality field. And now what has to happen is we need to give them all this space again. And this is when things really go south because we didn't pressure them off these angles and we gave these angles for free. Their cast is just going to sit up here on this black circle. I'll actually make it pink so everyone can see it. And he's just going to have a fun time and make all of your team crit up here. It's going to be impossible to heal because you're all the way back here trying to launch grenades over here. Who the hell is going to hit that? Not me. I know that. And then you're just going to lose. It was doomed from the start. Craziest thing is you might win this, but yeah, you're okay. Your homie isn't half. Your Brig did not need heals. What you need to do for your team is build window and get damage done. Make up for your mistakes. Like now your homie needs heals. Now your homie needs a shift. It's efficiency like that. Like here's the thing. You're just playing way too scared. Don't be pussy. Okay. I like that, though. Like, you learned that from the unranked champ. Cool, this guy's being aggressive. Let me just kill him. Honestly, I don't think he needed it. But you know what? You confirmed the kill. I'm fine with that. I want this aggression to translate into the rest of your gameplay. Okay, why are we shifting? Dude isn't half health. You don't need it. You're chilling. You're fine. You already killed the ram. No one's going to kill you up close that fast. Trust yourself. Okay, nice. Here's the thing. You cleaned up the fight aggressively. Great. You just need to set yourself up a little tiny bit more aggressive so that you don't give them all this space for free. You can't be a pushover ever. But I can definitely tell you learned a little bit from this unranked GM. Like, that's not a low-level play. But here's the thing. Now I know that they have a Torb cast. Like, I got a D.Va. If I don't like the angle right there because I feel like they're pressuring it too much, take a different one. It was like, why are we getting off this angle? Like, sure, okay, you don't like that the Torb's pressuring you up here because the D.Va's up there? Fine. I agree with that almost. I would just charge boots down here, shoot them from down here, get some ult charge, force them out a little bit, make them think a little bit, you know? Like, they already got their support ults. You need to get yours again. But then it's like, why are we running all the way back here? We just don't need to do that. We just don't need to do that. Especially when we're on D.Va. Oh, God, I just messed up. Especially when we're on D.Va, and realistically, the only way we're going to beat a ram comp on D.Va is by surrounding them and taking angles. Because who's going to win in a 1v1 like this? If it's two people right next to each other. Probably the guy that has a shield and has a form that is dedicated to punching people. Probably he's going to win. But is he going to win when he's surrounded by 4 different angles? No, because he only has 1 shield. And he can only block like this one way. Hold, not dispatch. Sorry, I was at an amusement park. See, right here, it's like realistically your damage is negligent. I don't know why we run all the way back here. We give them so much space. We need to make them second guess. At the very least, when we are aggressive, we are getting our window faster so we can carry more. Like, dude, you just triple burst headshot like 3 times in a row. You went from 55 ult charge to 61. Normally, if you were actually in close range, you probably would have went up 15 ult charge. You went from +3 to +15. You see, this is different. Easily sped on with ramp. Yeah, that's great. You're right about that. You're not going to get sped on from this circle walking all the way here. You're just not going to. And if they start posturing this way, what are you going to do? You're going to back off maybe to this height over here where your Torb is playing. And your D.Va can meet them from right here. And then you'll pressure them off so much that they'll lose their speed boost. You have more stuff. Sure, yes, they can speed on you. This is just overcompensation. Like, you don't need to be this far. Ever. Maybe if you're playing Ana and you didn't really need to worry about damage fall off, sure. But when you're BAP, realistically, you should be around like here, and your team should be rotating back as they're here. Where do I go? Here's the thing. If I tell you where to go, Mantis, how is this going to help you on literally any other map? How is this going to help you? I got to teach you how you should think through it. Think about it. Here's the thing. You know this. You seem like you're a smart enough player. You've been talking enough in this chat. You've been trying to, give me some, but this. So obviously you've seen a little bit of situations. You know a little bit about the game. Some of it might be a little flawed. Some of my stuff's flawed too. Whatever. Think about how much ground a Lucio speed boost is realistically going to cover here. If you're here and they speed onto you, you have options. You can drop down from forward. You can drop down backwards. Heck, you can just force out their speed, look for an MO on this little circle here, and just take this straight away. Heck, when they're walking in here, if they try to walk you off top, you walk back this way. Now we got some damage. We maybe got a window here. Our D.Va can actually maintain this high ground over here. That's good. If they just walk main through here while you're caught with your tail between your legs, whatever. You just jump up here now and take this off angle because you're on D.Va, not Rhine. Realistically, though, if you hate playing here, then you need to play more aggressively up here and not let them force you in a situation where they take all of this ground and you're on this little like banana looking thing. That's like the last thing you want to do. But this, like, dude, that's just way too far. You will be fine. Trust me. Brig was toast because she wasn't rotating out when she needed to. Winnable fight. Why are we shifting? Think a little harder about that ability. I'm glad you're taking angles. The way you went about it was a little interesting because you used your shift, so now you really can't take that 1v1 as close as you did, but you did anyways. Which then realistically he did force you out. Honestly, dude, the thing I'm going to tell you, because it's going to be a lot of the same, you need to be a little bit more aggressive. You have the idea of cleaning up. You have the idea of all these different things. You still need to press forward a little bit. And the other thing is, like, thought I could get a retouch with a window. I'm not going to comment on that because I don't know where you're coming from. I'm going to be honest with you. You need step one, get the excuses out of your head because you're just playing bad. Like, you're not necessarily bad. You're just playing You're not doing everything you possibly could. Because quite frankly, this isn't bad gameplay. But you got to get this excuse of, oh, he's gonna speed boost on me. Be realistic here. Be realistic here. The other thing is, like, if your D.Va's on this angle, if your soldier's on this angle, and they see an entire team trying to speed on you when you're up here and you're gonna run away, what's gonna happen to that team? They're gonna get surrounded. They're gonna get surrounded. So you're actually baiting them into what you want to do too. So the other thing is, and when I tell you this in like the unranked GM is like, okay, I have a D.Va. Realistically, the only way I'm going to make this work is if we draw a circle around them with everyone and we just take a bunch of different angles. Like, there's nothing scary really about you getting speed boost on here. And it's not like you don't have to be the bait here. Just realistically understand, like, okay, the flow of the fight. If they speed boost on me, what are my options? I can go down this way. I can go down this way. They cannot continue pursuing onto you because if it's just you and you're trying to surround them, what's going to happen? They're going to get blown up. You're just playing too scared early on, giving them too much space. The other thing is that if you mess up and you don't rotate precisely every single fight, which guess what is going to happen, because even me, like, I also mess up too. You're using your shift in such terrible moments where instead of having 300 health to work with an immortality field, mind you, with exo boots that's going to make it harder to hit shots on you, with all these other things, instead of having 350 health to work with, you're shifting when you have 150 health and you're like with 250. You're bottlenecking yourself mega hard. So those are two things I want you to look at. Is to just be more aggressive in the neutral fight where it's just people kind of chilling around doing nothing and just standing around, because that's where all of your value is had on Baptiste. Whittling them down before they even take a fight. 100% big. The other thing would be the shift. You want to make sure you're using that when people actually need it, or when you actually need it, instead of just using it like you did in Overwatch 1. It's a big deal now. And 3, understanding the whole immortality field thing, making sure you're using it when people actually need it. Your problem, though, with that, I feel, is more so that the first thing that we talked about, which was we need to make sure that we're actually being aggressive early on so we don't have to use our immortality field in bad situations. I think that's your problem with Immo, not the third point I gave you. So I want you to first focus on the first two things. Once you finish those two things, then we can go on to point number 3. Again, I'm sorry I'm being aggressive, but with people and students that have this idea of like, oh, well, what if this, what if this, what is this? I need to put the foot down and really tell you, no, this is what it is. And this is nothing personal. It's just the best way that you're going to learn, because I was the same way when I started. I was a little bit aggressive with the coaches I had. Well, why not this? Why not this? I was the same way. And what helped me was, no, you just suck. And that's what I needed to hear. I needed to hear memory. No, stop being a pussy. You suck. Like, this is just how it is. Try it. That's why I responded very well to the Eastern style of coaching. I feel like you do as well. But okay, C Squared, if you're still in chat, guess what, my brother? Guess what? You're up next. I hope that helps you. I know you're newer to the Twitch channel. Usually I'm not like this, but I'm not going to lie, guys. I'm a little hangry. As much as I would love to not be an asshole when I'm hungry, sometimes I am, and I feel bad about it. All right, C Square, we got more Baptiste gameplay.
I thought the same thing for too long.
Nice W Earth Day charm, C Squared. All right, but let's see how C Squared gets a little aggressive here. Mantis. Let's maybe see if and I like doing this in, like, there's like 2 VODs back to back of the same character. Maybe that helps you out seeing someone else and seeing how I rip into them. I don't know, because maybe I am gonna rip into this guy. Who knows? I've VOD reviewed you before. Okay, yep, we're doing damage. Oh. Okay, another thing here. Why are we focusing on healing? You show the rank on screen. Glare. The problem is I don't actually know their rank. That would be really nice if I did all the time, but I don't. Here's the thing. Immediately, I already know your mindset is it's chalked. It's in the gutter. Why aren't we just pushing with our team trying to get aggressive with damage? Like, our Sig is pushing forward. Why are we not just doing damage here? Why are we trying to heal? Why are we trying to heal an Echo out of the sky instead of focusing on number 1, damage first? I got a Mercy. She's going to deal with my DPS. I don't have like a Moira or something that I need to deal with my DPS. I can just walk forward and get stuff done. If you watched my unranked to GM, this was my mindset. I talked the entire time, unless I was like tilted on like day 1 at the very end. But you're not, most likely you're not watching those games. So again, where's the forward aggression here right off the bat? Like, I'd much rather shoot at a squishy than Ryan's shield. In a high level lobby, all I'm gonna get to do is a Ryan shield, because usually they're stacked together. But like, keep that in mind. I'm gonna go Q now. I feel motivated. Heck yeah, Mantis. Tell me how it goes. So right here, like, I like that you're shooting Ryan. Understand that it's not like your only job, and like, why are we still healing here? Why are we scared about our Widow? Like, who is going on this Widow? Who's going on this Widow? You know where the Genji is because you were just shooting him. Not going on that Widow. The Widow will be fine, and if she dies, who cares? I'm gonna kill 3 other people that she won't. Okay, that ammo, honestly, that's a bad habit I taught you. That was a very bad habit I taught you. That would suck, Stobs. Y'all, there is a part to the unranked GM. It is in the description of that video, which I did say at the very start of that video. I know the intro was long, but the playlist is already live. So if you go into my channel and you click on playlists, it should be there. If you don't like doing that, click on the unranked GM. Look in the description. I have 3 parts. 2 of them are unlisted because I don't want to chalk the channel. Mantis, it's okay. I'm just hangry and I sound really irritated when in reality I'm not, because it's kind of confusing. I'm not going to lie. So don't feel the need to say sorry about you like literally just asking a question. Like, my bad. Honestly, bro. My bad. All right. You know what, Mantis? That's fire. I'm going to do that right now before I forget. That is such a good idea. Why did I not think of that? Duh. So stupid. Sorry, short detour in stream. Why didn't I do that? Because people don't look at description, they look at comments. This unranked GM was horrible. Yeah, I never want to do BAP again. So smart. Yeah, okay. I was doing the Photoshop thing, but then Kurovi said he was going to do it for me, and now he's like kind of AFK. But it's okay. Like, I am working on that. That one I did start doing, but it looked terrible, so I'm just going to ask Kuro to do it. Okay, I need to comment on this video. Guys, I'm not a good content creator. What Photoshop thing? It's stuff we've been talking about on the... You're new to the unranked... Not unranked GM. New to the Free VOD Friday, but... We've been talking about this for a while. I just still haven't done it. Okay, let me pin this comment. Let me also heart it, like it. Cool, awesome. Thank you for that suggestion. I was going to forget if I didn't do it right away. Okay. Hopefully not too many people left. C squared, if you're watching this VOD... You, my guy, you know to be aggressive with damage. Like, I see it sometimes, but you don't really do it. Like, you need to commit yourself to it. Because here's the thing. A lot of people are like, well, if I fully commit to my... What if I troll? Like, what if I lose? Like, what if I get flamed? Dude, I don't care. It's 1 day out of 7 years of playing. Put your all into this shit. Learn it. You shouldn't be scared of being too aggressive. You should be... You should push your limits and see how aggressive you can be. Because 1 game you lose doesn't matter if you're going to win 5 as a result. I would do more Overwatch League content if I cared. For some reason, I just don't. I don't know why I don't do it. I'm okay with that, Emma. It could have been placed better. The heal rotation thing also could have been a little better, but honestly, like, that was fine. Shift wasn't needed, but it's fine. We have window. They are running a Ryan. We are running a Sig, but they're running like dive DPS. Realistically, though, I also got DPS that aren't going to get a whole lot done with my window. I think it's best to flank with this window this next fight. We're just so passive, and like we're getting sidetracked because of it, because we're thinking of so many different things. Just be punctual off of the rip, and you will not have these problems. They will not push you. Like, I'm being honest. Rough.
We're about to lose the lead.
Also, if no one else has any VODs after this, I will stop stream because I smell some damn good food right now, and I'm so hungry for that stuff. That stuff. Which maybe I'll stream later on Twitch. I don't know. Maybe I'll stream like Variety or something tonight. Don't agree with that. I agree if it was a little sooner. You guys actually want to watch a Friends versus Friends stream? Oh, like, yeah, I'd stream that. What the heck? I'll stream Friends versus Friends. See if B-Dog wants to play. I'm thinking, CS. If you're watching this VOD, I'm not like cringing at your gameplay. It's just like, are there problems in your gameplay? Very, very minor problems. About like, oh, when do you immo? When do you shift? This is stuff though that you know. The problem you have is just like, the problem a lot of you guys have, and almost all of you, is just like, I feel like you don't realize just how important the small stuff really is. Because it's really important. Like the whole, is Midtown good for break? I would say it's not terrible. It's not terrible. It's not as bad as Junkertown. It's weird though. It's weird. Thanks for the VOD review. It's great interactive. Yeah, I'm sorry that I was hungry, Mantis. Like, please come back when I'm not so hungry. Like, I'm sorry I treated you a little poorly today. Also, OZ Saturday. I don't know when my next stream is gonna be. I want to stream more, but at the same time, it's very exhausting. Okay. You were GM too, dude. You gotta show people that you are like best in GM. You gotta be a lot more aggressive there, because I really think you can be a lot more aggressive. Like, your mechanics aren't terrible. I feel like just a lot of you don't realize how big of a deal like doing more damage early on in the fight is. How big being more aggressive and like setting up angles for your team is. Like, it seems so small, but in reality, it does so much for you. And it's why a lot of the times I focus on these things that I know get value for people. My coaching is very basic. It is very bare bones. It just tells you this is what you need to do it. And if you do it, you'll climb. The problem here is like, you are a very smart player, C-squared. I can see that. Like your immortality fielding, when it's like, okay, I could see that being an okay MO. Okay, like that was a decent shift. Like, that's fine. The problem is like that start where you're going to get a lot of your value and it's going to open up the fight and make it so much easier for you, is just, you're missing that. And it's the same thing with Mantis. It's the same thing with a lot of like new Overwatch players, not new Overwatch players, new to GM players. It's just that early aggression forces them to play like you are right now and play so consistently. Because genuinely, you're consistent with this healing, but it's still like, it's leading you to your downfall. Because like, there will be a time where eventually someone breaks. And you want to be the one on the sharp end, not the end where you're going to get stabbed. You don't want to be on the sharp end. You want to be the one dealing, not receiving. In Overwatch. I won't talk about any other situation. That's up to you. It's like, dude, like, you used 3 healing grenades before you started doing damage. If you do damage here early on, that Genji would have been dead. He wouldn't even have been able to dash you. Quite frankly, you actually did do damage to this Genji, but you're still scared of him. It's like, why? Why? You have shift. It's this whole idea of like, I'm playing support, I need to be scared. I need to live. No, you're playing support, you're like this far away from being a DPS character that can carry a game. I feel like you guys don't understand that. Like, support is a broken role, and you guys need to play it like it is. Honestly, every role is a broken role, and you guys need to play it as it is. Like, you just need to, like, you need to not be scared, and you need to be confident in the stuff that you know and like do damage here, because you should have killed this Genji. There's no need to drop there. It's only a Genji on you on hype. Like, obviously you're gonna win this fight. You got an early pick. You had a teammate that was with you, but like higher level lobbies, you just need to play like you are meant to be there. Like I genuinely don't, like, this is good gameplay. It's just that it lacks that sharp aggression that I'm looking for, that's gonna make you consistently a Masters player or consistently a GM player. Like right here, it's like, why are we sitting in the back? Like, sure, I'm safe. Sure, I'll be ready when the fight happens. Like, the big main fight. But it's like, when you sit back here, that's the difference of me having a window when the fight starts, me not having a window at all when the fight actually happens and goes through. That's the difference of me maybe finding a pick, forcing someone into a bad position so I can take a good position, and me getting forcefully pulsed in the backline, or forcefully getting one-clipped and having to use my immortality field already. That much of a difference in just your mindset is causing all of you to lose games. All of you. And like, I try to teach you guys, you don't need mechanics, like as a strong of mechanics to really climb in GM, because I'm telling you guys straight up, I probably have some of the worst aim out of all of the people that were in my level of like competitive play. The reason why I had an edge is just because I played more aggressive. I gave myself more opportunities to hit the shot, to make the play. And you guys make it harder for yourselves, like consistently. And you might be like, well, dude, I should be pushing cart. Hell no. Window is the closest ultimate you have to carrying this game. You need to get that window. But because you didn't push, you couldn't even immortality field your Cassidy. He was in shambles. It was over from the start because you weren't being aggressive enough. You weren't, not even aggressive. You weren't even, it's just not applying yourself. If that ammo wasn't needed, you could have healed through it. Yeah, and then it's like you just had a bad fight because it wasn't consistent anymore. All right, we got a diva now. We got to play this around the enemy team. And by the way you're playing, you guys are going to play front to back, and it's not going to go well. Does anyone else have any VODs after this? Please put them in chat now. Didn't need that ammo. Yeah, I don't even know how really you're supposed to interact against that ability other than just play farther away. YouTube chat is super quiet. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. People are lurking today. Also wasn't a scheduled stream, so people aren't going to watch as much. Okay, yeah, force her off that angle. That's good. That's good. It's just like you could be just so much like, okay, cool. You got the pick. They're not going to just peek your window. You're not at that level anymore. You're not playing with 2-year-olds. You're playing with people that have brains. They're not going to peek your window, hopefully. Walk forward after that. You got the pick. You got the value. Move on. Next step. Cool, you forced her out. I teach you that in the videos. All you need to do is just hit the body shot. She's done. She'll be back soon, though. Just be ready for her. Like, here's... And this isn't UC squared because you're part of the Paz Nation. We don't complain about this kind of stuff. People be complaining about this diva on Reddit. My teammates are always so aggressive. My teammates troll. This, that. Why is he doing that? Which, to be fair, your diva was a hairy wonder for a second there. Not gonna lie. You gotta make something out of it. There's no point in complaining. When your diva is walking in here, I don't want to see you walking up here to peel for your team. I want to see you help your diva get something done. Maybe kill this Cassie. Maybe kill this Ana. Like, get a pick for a pick. But sitting back and not doing anything, it's causing you to lose games. And it's not necessarily that you are making a mistake. It's that you're not getting the maximum value you need in order to pop off. Which I guess is a mistake in and of itself. But I digress. Like, the problem is you're playing solid Overwatch, but you could be doing so much more. Stop healing right now, like they're all max health. You just need to be more aggressive and do more damage. Lay it on the ammo. I'm gonna be honest, like, it's just being more aggressive with your damage, because like your ammos, I don't think they're terrible when you're actually like in a good fight. Your shifts, they're not terrible when you're actually in a fight and you're like active. Problem is you're just like never active when the fight happens or before the fight happens when you need to get your window and all those other things. There's a lot that you're missing, but it all comes down to stop healing your team when they don't need it, do more damage, and constantly look for opportunities to weave a little bit of damage in. Is what I think. Is that all 100% the issue? I don't know. Like, the problem, and there's a lot of players have this, is like you're not necessarily making a mistake. I mean, you are. Like, you're still playing solid Overwatch and you understand the abilities, but there's just more to it that you need to contribute more. Does anyone else have a VOD right at this moment? Because if you don't, I'm going to check if food is ready. If food is ready, I'm going to eat and then do some friends versus friends maybe. If not, my food isn't ready. Oh no. Crickets? Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you, like, it's been a minute, or it's been an hour and a half. Usually this is when things die down. It's the same students every time, whatever. Also, we haven't hit our free VOD Fridays every Friday. We haven't been consistent, so people are just not coming out as much. Like, the consistency is there. We will do this next Friday at 2 p.m. EST. That is the current goal. If not, we will shift it back a week, whatever. Or not a week, a day, or shift it forward a day. But if this is the case, what I'm probably going to do is YouTube, I'm going to stop the stream. What we will do... Okay. Sorry, I got a DM that I needed to iron out real quick. But YouTube, we're going to probably end the stream on YouTube. Twitch, I'm not sure here. Wait, hold up. Hold on. Wait a minute. We're not done yet. I just baited y'all. We got another VOD. Yo, Heat, if you want to put your VOD in chat, we'll do it right now from YouTube. Why not? Let's do it. I'm not sure if tonight is going to be a friends versus friends stream. I have had this game called Cult of the Lamb that I've really wanted to play for a while. Maybe we'll do that. I don't know. But I might end the stream and then stream later. I might just not stream at all. I don't know. I need to figure it out. I need to figure it out. But I don't really want to play Overwatch today. It's like Friday. I don't know. Message retracted. Send it again, Heat. Thank you, thank you. Guys, we got Mercy. So, like, here's the thing. Mercy, she's difficult sometimes, too. So, we're going to see how you can get better. Heat, can you tell me your gamer tag in-game and also what rank you are? Because this will help me out a lot when we're talking about... Okay, obviously you're heated. What rank is this? And is this console? Plat 2. Okay, great. So, here's the thing, right? When you are playing Mercy in lower ranks, sure, you've seen all the videos. Pocket your Pharah. Pocket your Ashe. You know what I don't want to do? Pocket the right target when they're doing fuck all. You know what I'm saying? I want to pocket a target that is actually going to get damage done, that is actually being efficient. Because in Platinum, you are just going to have people that will not be able to hit the broadside of a bar on hit scan. If you realize, and here's the thing, the way that I think about as Mercy, after like a minute or two, a fight or two, if the primary person you are pocketing isn't significantly out damaging both the DPS on their team, if they don't have a Mercy too, if they had a Mercy matching the DPS, you should probably be pocketing someone else. If you're playing Mercy and your DPS are not significantly out damaging the enemy teams, why are you on Mercy? Why aren't you on something that you can actually do some damage yourself? That's the whole idea. So, let's see how you go about this. Right off the bat, the movement seems like it's maybe going to be a little bit of a problem. We also have an Arisa, Lucio, Mercy. You're like solo healing. So this is like weird, honestly. Does this guy ever get off Lucio? He does. Awesome. Oh, you're Kiriko now. All right, we're back on Mercy. Okay. This will be a lot more realistic. Not a lot you could do there. I like the res. I'm now gonna, yeah. At that moment, I would immediately fight on my Arisa and try to keep her up. So while we're watching this, you're new here. You said, have you ever watched any of my videos regarding Mercy?
It's high time.
Valiant won, nice. I'm not a big Valiant fan. So you've never watched any of my vids. Okay. So here's the thing. After everything I've seen, I can already tell you what your problem is. I want to commend you, though, for a few things. For a plat level Mercy, your damage boosting is actually great. The amount of damage boosting you are allocating to your team is good. I'm actually happy to see that because most plat Mercies, they're not doing this. Could your movement be better? Absolutely. Everyone's movement could be better. There's codes out there. I personally don't know what those codes are because I'm not like I didn't learn Mercy movement like that. But hey, another thing that you can maybe work on a little bit, the movement. The number one thing though is, do you know what it means when a character is activated? Because that is how you go from a good Mercy to a damn near fantastic Mercy. I need to blow my nose while you answer that. No, and you know what? I kind of expected that just based on what you're doing right now. And that's fine, because this is a concept that I didn't really think about until I was like Masters GM anyways. So, now we're top 500, top 50, whatever. It doesn't matter. That part was just stupid. So here's the thing. When you are playing Mercy, and when you're playing Ana 2, when you want to use your Nano Boost, what do I mean by activation? What I mean by activation is when somebody is reasonably going to let me rephrase that. Someone that is activated is someone that's actively contributing where they want to be, at their optimal place, pretty much. So, for example, Soldier is activated a lot of the time because he doesn't really have to deal with closing the distance. If he sees someone, he shoots someone. Ding! That's great. The reason why this is important that you learn this is because in a lot of Mercy content, I'm just going to assume that you've watched Mercy content before. Heck, you're on a YouTube live stream. You've watched some YouTube. It's obviously you've watched some of this shit, okay? The reason why all those tier lists are like, here's the best Mercy pocket, and they're like Ash, Farah, Soldier 76, Cassidy. The reason they tell you that stuff is because those characters 90% of the time are going to be activated because they're hit scans, they see someone, they shoot someone. They're almost always going to be able to get value. They're almost always going to be doing damage. Almost all the time they're going to be activated. So instead of telling you, oh, activation is blah, 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 this is this, that, they're going to tell you, oh, just damage boost these guys because it's quick, easy, it's good for retention. You're like, oh, yep, I learned. Cool. Whoop, yay. The thing is, you have to internalize it. Because here's the thing. Sometimes it's actually more beneficial to damage boost your Orisa, to damage boost your Sim, to damage boost a Reaper. But you don't want to just do it alone. You want to make sure you look for an opportunity where they're activated. Because here's the thing. I could damage boost my Soldier the whole game, which you are, and it's getting a lot of value. It's getting a lot of value right here. But the other thing is, like, who's a better damage boost target here? And I'm not like saying this specifically like you're doing something wrong in the situation, because quite frankly, you're actually helping your Symmetra here. But in other situations, you were doing this wrong. It's that arguably, while Symmetra might not be activated as often, when she is, she can very much be more lethal than a Soldier that has a weird angle in the backline. He doesn't have the best activation. He's not like visoring. He's not getting a lot done compared to where this Symmetra is. So the question now becomes, when you know this, who is activated and who's going to get more out of my damage boost? It's not a character. It's not a character question of like, oh, this character is just naturally good with a damage boost. It's about, when is that character going to get a lot of value out of a damage boost? Because every character absolutely can. For example, you're not going to damage boost a Hog all game. You're not. But when would you want to damage boost a Hog? Like, when would it be a very good time to damage boost your Roadhog? And I feel like you're going to get this answer right. So just whatever you think, Heat, let me know. Because it's important you answer these questions, because that's how you're going to learn this. It's just the most effective. My guess is when he hooks someone. Exactly. It's not rocket science. You don't want to just damage boost a Hog all game. But you want to look for, and when you see a Hog on your team, when you press tab, which you should at the start of every single game to know what you're playing against, what you're playing with, think about, when is this character going to be activated, and when can I maybe pivot my damage boost to get that tiny extra bit of more value? And it seems really small, and quite frankly, it is, but we're talking about Mercy here. You don't have a lot of opportunities to carry as Mercy. So every single bit of damage boost you can get, you need to get if you're going to carry. You're going to be a crazy good Mercy. Like, you need to min-max this stuff. And Stobs, yes, when he hooks. Yes, when he ults, if he's activated and he's got a good distance there when he's actually using his ult and trying to kill somebody. Yeah, it's also a very good damage boost. So here's the thing. Where you were at as Mercy, your movement could get better. I'm not going to lie. You watch Skiesti, I think you have a better idea of how you were going to get better at movement than me. Teaching you how to do it. Skiesti is the queen of Mercy. She's better than I am, okay? Like, she can move crazy. So you can learn a lot from her. Great. I'm glad you're on that. I want you to start thinking deeper here. It's like, sure, my Ashe, she's hitting good shots. She has an okay angle, or maybe she's rotating right now. Think about the other 3 people on your team. Think about, where's this Genji? Is he taking a 1v1 that he needs to get a dash reset? I'm going to support him and get that dash reset. The moment he does, he doesn't need me anymore. I'm going to go back to my Ashe. Oh, cool. My Tracer wants to go for a 1-clip against the Zenyatta. Let me make his life or make her life a little easier, give him a damage boost for like a fraction of a second. Back to my Ashe. And Neandra, sorry, I probably said that wrong. Another great creator. There's a lot of good Mercy creators. A lot of them, though, they don't tell you this whole idea because it's hard to explain. And there's just movement, and there's other parts of Mercy that's very high level that you should focus on eventually, but this is what you really should focus on first, in my opinion. And like movement, I'm not gonna, I don't want you to take this away from this VOD, the movement part. I'm being completely genuine. If there's only, I want you to take one thing away from this VOD. And it's thinking about when is someone activated and when can I give him a damage boost. Because damage boosting one person the whole time, yeah, you'll get a lot of wins out of that if that person is good. But then what happens when that person isn't good and just carrying you completely? What you're going to have to make the decision of, okay, cool, my Symmetra's playing forward, I'm going to damage boost that. Oh, I don't know, my Baptiste is going on an angle, or maybe my Zen's going on an angle, or maybe the Genji is about to jump on my Bap. I need to make sure I fly to him, heal him, and then give him damage to maybe win this 1v1. I'll be out. So, okay. The thing that you got to think about is just when is someone activated and when can I contribute to them being more active and getting more done. That's what you have to think. And maybe you think you're doing that right now, but you are beaming that soldier a lot. When is so much more valuable than who is damage boosted? I went from an average 1.2k damage boost to 2k in 10 with that. And that is what wins you games. That extra 800 damage is an extra 4 bodies you're killing. And even then, like, the more refined that Tammuz gets here, the more they're actually going to damage boost too, depending on the comp. So does that make sense to you? Is this something that is going to help you? Or do you need me to clarify? Because the other thing was, like, you started to heal the Moira when she was in Coalescence because you saw her take damage. But you didn't take it to that extra mile and be like, wait, Moira Coalescence, if I damage boost that, that is lethal. You know? I feel like right now you're in a confined headspace where you're like, this is the person I damage boost, not really questioning, why am I damage boosting them? Because no doubt is a soldier damage boost good. Sometimes other people are just better given the situation. Like your Moira when she's in Coalescence. Like your Symmetra right now. Maybe when you're Orisa, Javelin's a support in the backline and she needs a little bit of help before she that person gets a heal. All of that carries games completely. But Heat, I hope that I see you next Free VOD Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern time. I hope you send a VOD and we can talk about how this really small thing hopefully gets you to Diamond, because I genuinely think it will. Soft plug, Discord in the description, Discord and Twitch. But okay, my food is now ready, y'all. Do I keep stream on and do variety after? I don't know. But YouTube, okay, YouTube, I'm going to end the stream for you. If you want to continue watching, if I do decide to continue streaming, my Twitch link is in the description, twitch.tv/PazSwagger if you don't want to look down there. I will talk to them after I stop the stream for you guys on YouTube. I appreciate you all for watching this stuff. I just hope that it helps you out. I'm going to be honest. So thanks for popping out. I know the stream was a little quieter, but that's okay because we've missed a few days and I didn't really announce it. But YouTube, thank you all for watching. If you have any questions in the future, please let me know on Discord. Bye-bye.